Good morning, Bernard. How are you?
Good morning, Dr. Priscilla.
It's
I
good to hear.
should.
It's good to hear your voice before the weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
It was nice meeting your brother as well. So thank you for sharing a brief conversation. Today we're going to read Breaking News English. Centipedes eat animals 15 times their size. Do you have any questions about the picture or anything before we start?
No, I didn't know this kind of animal, centipedes. It's like a worm.
Yes, I think so. I know of this animal, but I don't know anything about it to talk about it. So we'll learn about this animal together.
Okay,
Could you start?
centipedes are the kind of creatures that are not be messed with,
That are not to be messed with.
that are not to be messed with.
Hmm.
Their venom packs a serious punch and can cause rapid paralysis and death in insects and small animals.
Hmm.
They have even been known to kill people with their highly venomous sting.
Hmm.
Scientists have now discovered a deadly toxin in centipede venom that can shut down the hearts of animals that are 15 times bigger than them. The scientists isolated the toxin in the Chinese red-headed centipede.
Isolated, red-headed. Isolated.
Right, isolated, red-headed.
Hmm.
This beast can grow so roughly 8 inches in length.
Beast, beast, beast.
This beast can grow to roughly 8 inches in length. The toxin in its venom block the toxin in its venom the toxin in its venom blocks potassium from moving in and out of cells.
Potassium, potassium.
This blocking of potassium prevents the brain from sending signals to the heart to beat, thus causing a rapid death.
Mm.
The venom is rarely fatal for humans, but it can cause agonizing pain and swelling for up to 2 weeks.
Fatal, fatal.
Fatal.
Hmm.
The scientists have called it SSM spooky toxin. Researcher Silong Liang, an expert in toxins at China's Kunming Institute of Zoology, explained, "The centipede's venom has evolved to simultaneously
Sim-
disrupt
simultaneously.
simultaneously disrupt cardiovascular, respiratory, muscular, and nervous systems. This molecular strategy has been found in other venomous animals. Despite their name, "Santi" is 100 in Latin, and "pedis" is foot, centipedes don't have 100 legs.
Mhm.
They have a varying number of legs, ranging from 30 to 354.
Wow.
Centipedes always have an odd number of pair of legs.
Centipedes.
Centipedes always have an odd number of pair of legs. This means no centipede has exactly 100 legs.
Okay. Are there questions about what you've read so far?
No, but I discovered a new name for the 100 legs insect that I know.
Okay. And it's called what? What it,
It's called in French millepad, 1,000 legs.
so we call it centipedes.
Hmm.
Can you take a look at the synonym match and see if you can match up those words with the pencil?
Okay. You give me pencil?
Yes, I did. I think I did. Yes, you should have it.
Okay. Creatures, creatures, beast,
Okay.
paralysis, immobility,
Mm-hmm.
deadly, deadly, fatal,
Fatal. Fatal.
fatal, isolated,
Isolated.
isolated, isolated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. When you're when
Prevent, pre
when you're isolating something, you're separating it from everything else to an exact point, maybe.
pinpoint?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. Pinpointed.
Mm-hmm.
Prevents, prevents, differing,
Prevent means to inhibit. You can't do it anymore.
stop,
Stops. Mm-hmm.
stops. Agonizing, severe,
I think it's severe.
severe. Simultaneously at the same time.
Yes.
Precisely,
No, not precisely. Concurrently.
concurrently, of course, yes, okay. Concurrently, varying,
Mm-hmm.
differing,
Mm-hmm.
exactly, precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And the last, an expert is a specialist.
Very good. Any questions about those words?
No, I think I could understand now.
Okay. So up here at the top, just put a check mark beside whether it's true or false. Like this one, you would say maybe
Okay.
the article suggests people should mess with centipedes. That's
But
false.
I didn't understand exactly the meaning of this sentence. Should mess.
Okay, should mess with means to bother. Should mess means bother or interact.
Okay. Or annoy, perhaps.
Well, not necessarily annoy, but I guess it could be. But the article suggests people should interact with centipedes.
Okay.
Or
The
yeah, I
article,
guess it could be to annoy, aggravate. Mess would be to aggravate. Okay, you could be right. Okay, could you do B?
uh, centipedes, centipedes punch insects and small animals. That's why, with their venom, they can punch insects. Scientists looked at a toxin in a Chinese centipede.
Okay, check the letter true or false for B.
Uh,
With
it's
with
right.
with the pencil. Use the pencil. I think you should have.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Maybe I didn't give it to you. Okay, now
Okay.
try. Now try. But I think it's true. I think it's false. It's false.
Oh,
Because look here. Here the answer says. Um, it says their venom packs a serious punch and can cause rapid paralysis. But here it says centipedes punch insects.
hmm.
Well, I think this is just kind of like the really see punch means to hit it, because he would say that they didn't mention any venom. It just says that he punches them. So he would have to punch the insect with venoms. That's what I think. Okay. Well, true or false? Let me give you the pencil again. Which one do you think? True or false? I think it's false. But it's
Ah,
okay. It's
okay.
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 See?
See, scientists looked at a toxin in a Chinese centipede. Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Click true.
Doesn't work. Ah, yes, it works. The toxin pumps potassium from cell to an animal brain. Oh my God.
I
The
don't
toxin
remember.
pumps potassium from cell to an animal brain. Yes, true.
Okay.
A centipede sting can swell up for 2 weeks. True, I think. Scientists named the toxin SSM spooky. I think it's true. Centipedes means 100 legs. No, it's false.
Mhm.
The centipedes could have 100 legs or 354 legs at the maximum.
Okay, but what is that's what it says? The word itself, the word centipede itself, centipede means 100.
Yes. Centipede means 100. Oh, it's true. A centipede can have 50 pairs of legs. It's false. A centipede could have more than 50 pairs of legs.
But it can have 50 as well.
They can
So,
have
so
50 pairs of legs.
yeah, it can have 50 pairs, it can have 60 pairs, it can have, so it is true. A centipede can have 50 pairs of legs, and
Okay.
and it can have more. So here I want us to look at this just for a moment, where it says the venom is fatal. No, this one, the toxin in its venom blocks potassium from moving in and out of cells. It blocks it from cells to an animal's brain. So I think this is going to be
Okay. So it's false. It
false.
blocks, it doesn't punch.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So what it's trying to get to see if you're really comprehending what you read, and I think that's the purpose of that. All right.
Mm.
So now let's take a look at the dialogue, and you can tell me which one do you think is the creepiest? Which is the creepiest for you?
The creepiest.
Is it a centipede, an ant, a worm, or beetle?
Which is the, I didn't know the name. Which is the creepiest?
Yeah, the word creepy means it makes your skin crawl like oh, oh.
It's the ferocious.
Well, which one do you think is the creepiest? The centipede, an ant, a worm, or a beetle? Just choose one. Just choose one of them.
The most dangerous, perhaps, creepiest.
No, not the dangerous, but the one that it gives you the
Ah,
heebie-jeebies.
the most ugly.
Yes, the
Oh,
ugliest one.
okay. Worms, beetles. I think the beetles are
Okay,
the
and why?
creepiest for me.
And why?
Because when you find beetles, it's normally in a place which is very dirty.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you go in a hotel and you find beetles in the room,
Mm-hmm.
that must suggest that the hotel is very dirty and the rooms are not cleaned properly.
Mm-hmm.
After that, uh, the worms could be a little creepier, particularly for women. I think
Mm-hmm.
my wife doesn't like this. uh, ant, I like ant. I
Mm-hmm.
see, it seems for me a nice insect, and
Okay.
some birds are amazing for me. I like to find centipedes and give them to my grandchild, for example, to to look at it, to examine it, to check
Mhm.
it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
Well, that should be interesting to watch a small child examining a centipede. I think that at first the child would be amazed at the many legs that this small animal would actually have. So very good there. And let's see what else is on here that we could perhaps discuss for. So let's now talk about this article and try to use as many of these words as you possibly can down here in the chat as you talk about these animals. Talk about, the centipede. Try to use these vocabulary words.
Oh, I read this morning a very difficult article about centipedes. I tried to read it as careful as possible, but it was really difficult. But I learned that some of these centipedes could be poisonous for other insects and could create death to the
Create
small insect.
create a deadly situation.
Create a deadly situation to the small animals. But the venom is not so dangerous for people. In this venom, there's a potassium that blocks cells in the cells of the insects, and after that, the heart could be break and stop, which will be fatal for
Fatal.
which will be fatal for the insect. The scientists, who are the experts, of course, think that a cardiovascular product is in these centipedes, and the strategy is to use the the poison, the venom, to kill other insects and eat them. Hundreds of legs could be found in a centipede, but sometimes centipedes could have until 354 legs. Of course, the number of legs could be varied, and I didn't understand exactly what was the odd number. I suppose that sometimes they could have 101 leg. At the times they could have 353 legs. Not, it could be, for me, I imagine that it could be odd numbers.
Yes, I got that too. One of the things that was a little tricky for me was this sentence, 30 to 354. These are even numbers, but it says here odd numbers. So maybe they should have said just varying numbers and not odd, because it would be 353 or 29, not ending with an even number, unless they're just saying it could be various numbers.
How do you say when the 2, 4, 3, an even number?
An even number ends with something that is divided by 2. 4 is
Even, E-V-E-N.
that's right.
Even number.
This is even.
Okay.
Even.
Okay.
Even numbers.
And the opposite?
Odd numbers.
Odd numbers.
It goes
3, 7, 9.
3, 7, 9.
Okay. I didn't know.
6. All right. Nicely done. So let's clear that for now. And I would say that in this article, we read that scientists had given careful thought to centipedes' varying number of legs. It is thought that they all have odd numbers of legs, and a centipede can be poisonous, not necessarily deadly to humans, but deadly to small animals due to the centipede's venom. It has something to do with the potassium and how it might affect the heart, creating a fatal death in small animals. The scientists, which are the experts, discussed cardiovascular problems that can be created by this centipede. The strategy that the centipede uses is to put their venom in the small animal. And finally, we may think that a centipede has 100 legs, but we've learned that a centipede can have varying numbers of legs. All right. Do you have questions?
Summarize. Good.
All right.